Okay, Dan.
Hello.
We are driving to the Ocean Picture Stone quarry today. It's our first trip in.
Yes, first trip of the year.
We could hit snow?
I really doubt it.
Okay, while you're driving, don't get distracted. I'm going to ask you some questions.
Okay.
First question, not about Ocean Picture Stone. Of all your gold claims, which one would be your favorite?
Oh, that's a really tough question. Years ago it would have been Pickerton, but I have really worked Pickerton hard. It's hard finding gold there anymore. Right now I would say it's the Fraser Bedrock. I've done lots of videos from there lately, still producing really good gold, guaranteed to get gold there, good gold every time. So that, or the Dream Claim, because Dream Claim, it's harder to find gold there, but it's just a beautiful river, beautiful spot.
Dream Claim is easier to get into too.
Not so much hiking.
Yes, exactly. Which do you prefer, panning or high banking?
Panning.
Ooh, hands down. That was a quick response.
Absolutely. All good. Yeah, high banking gets you more gold for sure, but it's a lot more work, and it's just repetitive shoveling. There's no breaks, and there isn't that sort of continual gratification of seeing gold in the pan.
Yeah, the instant reward.
Exactly.
Yes, or knowing that you need to move.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Canadians eat a lot of donuts. We have already made a stop for donuts.
Are you saying something, Dayna?
Well,
it's been a long winter.
And I know your favorite donut is a Long John.
Yeah, I like honey crullers.
Top three?
Oh, honey crullers, Long Johns. Long Johns from proper bakeries, not the cheap ones you find in the supermarket or like Tim Hortons or something. It has to be a real Long John. Honey crullers and probably an apple fritter.
Ooh, good choice. Good choice. What's it like working with your wife?
I love it.
You have to say that.
I have to say that. No, I actually love when you come out on the road with me. Hopefully now that the boys are older and moving off to university and everything, you'll get more of a chance to come out on the road with me. I spend a lot of time on the road, and it's really nice having someone with me here.
Your job has many different facets. It's
like
not
gemstone facets?
Yes, it's not just shooting a video. I mean, you just came back from a show. There's prospecting. There's all different things that people probably don't even realize are a part of your job. What is the least favorite component of what you do?
Spending unbelievable number of nights in cheap motel rooms. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm on the road probably on average for 3 to 4 days a week, sleeping in strange beds at cheap motels. I've actually recently started sort of upping the level of hotels and motels I sleep at because, you know, some of them are pretty bad. But yes, the days on the road away from the family is probably the worst part. I'd say the second bad thing about what I do is reading comments on social media. People on the internet can be awful, and unfortunately I take things personally constantly, and I have a hard time just letting things go. That's a personality trait of mine. I know that's on me, but yeah, between sleeping in motel rooms constantly and the negativity online, those are probably the two worst things about my job.
But you don't have to read the comments.
I do, though.
Yeah, I know.
I do.
know. If I had told you 10 years ago, gosh, back in 2016, and I said, you know what, Dan? This is going to be your life full time. Forget about the shop teacher thing that you're doing. Would you have believed me?
Not a chance. Not a chance. I had no idea what this was going to turn into. When I posted that first video back in 2013, 2014, just us, it was just pictures of us on the claim. no clue it was going to turn into anything. I was shocked when I had like half a dozen people watch the video. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm still baffled that this has turned into what it has.
In those early days of subscribers, we were amazed, you know, when you hit 100. Like, that was phenomenal. And now you're creeping up on like 1.5
million. Yeah. For some reason, 24,000 sticks in my head. That there was someone on YouTube with 24,000, and I was probably at like 5, and I thought that was a totally unreachable goal. Yeah.
And here we are, heading out to Ocean Picture Stone to collect some rocks to cut and wash and process.
Shoot a video.
Yes, and shoot a video.
We're going to the Dayna Blue Pit today.
Yes, wish us luck on that. Yeah, hopefully we find an easy to harvest seam, because that's the hardest rock to work.
Yes, it is.
Definitely.
Okay, Dane, how about a few questions for you?
Oh, I don't know about that.
This is a family business. We're all part of this.
Yes.
What is it that you do as part of the business? Everyone sees what I do because I'm in front of the camera, but what is it that you do?
I do everything else. So, like,
just like in life in general.
Yes, I keep the family running, but in terms of the business itself, I do most website related things, I would say, right? Like, I make sure that the products are updated on the website. I deal with all the orders. I deal with your emails. I deal with some of your social media as well. I wash a lot of rocks.
Yes.
That's the least favorite part of my job, I'd say. I'm washing rocks. Because I also like wash dishes and clothes, but
in the same sink, by the way. Yes.
No.
Well, not the clothes.
Not the clothes. But yeah, I think that's what I do, isn't it? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. And how about you? What do you think about getting out on the road with me?
I really enjoy it. There are certain things that I don't enjoy. Right now it's tick season, so I'm a little nervous about ticks. Yeah. And, you know, if we're in certain places that we do live in rattlesnake country, that can be problematic. We've been scared before, just seeing them sunbathe. And the lack of washrooms is something I don't like. But I do enjoy getting out. I love hiking. You know that. And I just like getting out and seeing parts of the province that I wouldn't normally see. Like for me, one of my favorite claims is the Thunder Egg Claim, which we only ever get to once a year.
Once a year, one trip.
One trip, because it's so far away and so remote. But that's why I like it, is that remoteness of it. It really makes you feel insignificant, right? Like, oh my goodness, there's the mighty Fraser, and here I am, this insignificant speck of dust standing beside it. Yeah.
And gold versus rock?
Oh, I prefer rock. I enjoy gold if it's gold panning and I find gold, or even if I find garnets. But you generally out prospect me when we are gold panning. It's a very rare thing for me to haul more gold than you. I'd have to distract you in some way. Whereas I feel like it's more of a level playing field when we're out rock hunting. Like I can find rocks just as easily as you can find rocks. You're much better at reading a river though than I am. I often am on the river going, am I on an inside corner or this is an outside bend? Where am I on this river?
Yes. Okay, and how do you feel about me being on the road so often?
That's a bit of a catch-22. I know your personality, And I know you get a little stir crazy when you've been at home for, more than more than a week is kind of unheard of for you. So, and I know you enjoy getting out, especially if you're going out with someone else, right? If you're meeting up with like Paul or Kyle or something like that. And I enjoy my time, but it means more on my plate, right? And dealing with the boys myself, and dealing with the house, and dealing with the business by myself, because you're often like remote and out of cell range. And there's always that worry too, especially when you're by yourself, that something's happened, because you can only check in,
once a day, basically.
Yeah. 9 or 10 o'clock at night.
And you're in bed.
Yes, often. But it's like, okay, hopefully he's okay.
Yeah.
But I know you love it.
I do. It does drag on me for sometimes. It's just too much on the road. This last 2 months has just been pretty crazy for that. But I did get to spend like 2 months at home over the winter this winter, which was really nice. Paying for it now, definitely.
But you were going stir crazy.
Oh, a little bit. Yeah.
Yes. There was a lot of analyzing of MTO and maps and looking at our claims, going, what should we do this year?
Dreaming of spring.
Yes. Yeah. Although we were spoiled with such a mild winter.
Yeah, we had no winter this year.
Yeah.
We were out all winter long doing stuff.
Yeah. Okay, Dan. So as we're going to Ocean Picture Stone, what does a typical day at the quarry look like?
Well, it's about a 2.5 hour drive to get to the quarry. So we left at about 7:30 this morning. So 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. That means 5 hours on the road. And we usually spend 4 to 6 hours digging. Now, we're making a conscious effort today just to do an easy day, so we're probably going to be there for 3 or 4 hours in the Dayna Blue Pit, digging, loading the truck up, driving home. And then when we're home, there's probably another half hour to an hour of unloading and sorting the rocks. So yeah, you're talking probably a 10 to 12 hour day going out to the Ocean Picture Stone.
Okay, yes, it's a long day, but is that a typical day? Like, how many hours do you work?
Oh, just in general?
In general.
In general. Okay, I heard a quote years back, I think you told me actually, that sort of resonated with me. It was, I hated working 9 to 5 for the man, so now I work 24/7 for myself. And, that is totally true. Running your own business, you're on constantly. For instance, last night, I didn't sleep very well last night because all night long I was planning today's trip, what tools we need to bring when we leave, when we get back. I was scheduling when I'm shooting videos so that I have enough videos to last me through my next big road trip. I was also thinking about what products I'm going to sell at the big Chilliwack show. I want to make sure I don't duplicate what someone else is selling. Like if there's an Amylite guy there, I don't want to bring out Amylite. All of that was going through my head while I was sleeping last night. We woke up this morning at about 6:45. By about 7 o'clock, I was loading the truck for today's road trip. Tonight, by the time we get home, it's gonna be probably 10 o'clock before I shut things down. And that's a typical day. Like, that's every day, 7 days a week. So I couldn't even put a number of hours that I put into the business down on paper because it's constant. It's the only thing we really do all the time. Does that sound about right, Dane?
Yeah, that totally sounds about right. Although, I would say as a teacher, we also ran the same way. You're constantly planning and trying to come up with new ideas for projects. So we're already wired to work like that. So I don't think it was a big jump. However, there are no holidays.
No.
Yeah.
No. Even when you're on holiday, you're still working for the business. Yes.
Exactly.
Okay, you talked about teaching. That was going to be my question for you. Do you miss teaching?
How
long have you been out?
this will be year 3, coming up on year 3. And
6 for me.
I love teaching. I love teaching. And I always knew I was going to be a teacher. That being said, it was just getting harder and harder to be a teacher in this climate, and more expectations and more work being offloaded to teachers. So I think I made the right decision, and I think I got out at the right time. Yeah,
I agree. I loved teaching. I was done by the time I left. Absolutely. Well, here we are in Rock Creek. We're getting close to the claim. I think we're gonna have to turn off the camera here pretty soon. I hope everyone enjoyed this sort of impromptu interview here while we drive. This was not a planned video. Dayna just sort of shoved the camera in my face and started asking questions. So, yep, you get a bonus video out of it. Hope you guys all enjoyed. And we're shooting a video at Ocean Picture Stone in about 10 minutes. So, wish us luck for that. Bye, everyone.
Bye.